While Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson is set to start college in Colorado next week, her boyfriend is facing criminal charges back home in Georgia. The Sun reported that Dralin Carswell, Alana's boyfriend of 2 years, has been indicted by a grand jury on 4 counts stemming from a February incident where he led police on a chase with the underage reality star in the car. Dralin, 22, has been formally charged with fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer, driving under the influence, controlled substance, driving under the influence, drugs, and giving false information to a law enforcement officer, according to court documents obtained by the U.S. Sun. As the Ashley previously reported, Dralin was driving Alana and a friend, Julian Williams, on February 28 when cops ran his plates and saw that the car's owner had outstanding warrants. They attempted to get Dralin to pull over, but Dralin refused, instead leading the police on a 3-mile chase, reaching speeds of 75 miles per hour in a 55 zone and, according to a police report, running another car off the roadway. The chase ended after a police car collided with Dralin's, causing him to lose control of his vehicle. When pulled over, police alleged Dralin initially gave them someone else's name. Police soon learned his true identity and, after running Dralin's driver's license, discovered that he was wanted in another county for a probation violation. During a search of the vehicle, police reported discovering a bag of marijuana and an unregistered firearm. It was also discovered that Dralin had marijuana in his system at a potency level to the extent that it was less safe for him to drive, according to court documents obtained by the U.S. Sun. Dralin's pal Julian was also arrested that day because police discovered he had outstanding warrants as well. Alana was released to the custody of her sister and guardian, Lauren Pumpkin Shannon. A week after the arrest, the sisters went on TikTok Live to show their support for Dralin. "All this fuss that folks be doing on TikTok and shit, and y'all still be supporting the fuck out of them," Alana argued in the video. "They do way worse shit than what Dralin did." Lauren echoed her sister's sentiments. "Y'all out here supporting people who beat women. And y'all worried about Dralin running from the goddamn police," she said. "Be for real." The sisters have yet to comment on the latest development on Dralin's case. Alana, who turns 18 on August 28, is set to start a 6-year neonatal nursing program at Regis University in Denver, as the Ashley previously reported. The first day of the fall semester at the private Jesuit university is Monday. "I'll be moving off campus for security reasons and because Dralin is coming with me," the incoming freshman told Entertainment Tonight in July. Regis' code of conduct prohibits students from cohabitating if living in campus housing. Dralin and Alana have been living in Colorado, but recently came back to Georgia. While Pumpkin didn't reveal why the duo had made the unexpected visit, she did ask followers to say a prayer for Dralin and his family. "They're going through some stuff right now, so that's why Alana and them are home," in a TikTok she posted last Sunday promoting an energy supplement. While her family's latest reality show Mama June, Family Crisis has not been renewed yet, Alana thinks her life will continue to play out on television. "Yeah, I have been on TV my whole life and I kind of just basically accepted that whether I want to go be a nurse or I want to go be an accountant, whatever I want to go be, that I will always be in the spotlight," she told Entertainment Tonight. "It doesn't matter what I do, I will always probably be known as, oh my god, Honey Boo Boo's working on my baby when he was in the NICU." However, a grand jury voted to indict Alana Thompson's boyfriend on 4 counts after his February arrest. Per court documents, Dralin Carswell was charged with fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer, driving under the influence, controlled substance, driving under the influence, drugs, as well as for giving false information to a law enforcement officer. As OK. Previously reported, Carswell was arrested on Tuesday, February 28, after he willfully failed and refused to bring his vehicle to a stop and fled Monroe County cops with Thompson sitting in the passenger seat beside him. The chase only lasted around 3 miles before the officers were able to block the 22-year-old's path using a pit maneuver, precision immobilization technique. "I exited my vehicle with my service pistol drawn and pointed my firearm at the driver's door. The windows on the vehicle were very dark. I instructed the driver to roll down the window," the police report read after the incident. "I noticed that a male driver and a female passenger were in the front seat, and a male passenger in the back seat on the driver's side. The officer then discovered that Carswell had an outstanding warrant in another county. It was also later confirmed that he had been under the influence of marijuana to the extent that it was less safe for him to drive. Carswell was hit with the fourth count for giving false information to police officers because he provided them someone else's name at the time of his arrest. As OK. Previously reported, Thompson and Carswell began dating when the former beauty pageant princess was around 15 or 16 years old, immediately sparking backlash from fans who didn't agree with the age gap. However, June Mama June Shannon claimed she approved of the match, noting that he treats her good and is respectful. Carswell is currently believed to be living in Colorado where Thompson is attending college. The Sun reported the details of Carswell's indictment. However, Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson witnessed Dralin Carswell's recent arrest firsthand. Dralin, 21, was arrested for DUI after a 3-mile car chase in Georgia on February 28 and released on March 1, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office confirmed to E! News. Officials also shared that Dralin was arrested for driving under the influence of drugs, specifically marijuana. According to the sheriff's office, Alana, 17, who was a passenger, as well as another male who had traffic warrants out for his arrest, were in the car when Dralin was taken into custody. The TLC star was not charged and remains a witness in the case, per law enforcement statement to local outlet, The Reporter. The reality star made her relationship Instagram official with the college student in September 2021. And after the couple faced criticism for their age difference, Alana addressed the chatter head-on. "In our relationship, the two most things that everybody is always talking about is our age gap," Alana told Entertainment Tonight in July 2022. "And definitely because he's black and I'm white and we're an interracial couple." As the Toddlers and Tiara star noted, she remains focused on the opinions of those closest to her. "I don't care because, at the end of the day, my sister approves, his mom approves, and we're happy," she added of her sister, Lauren Pumpkin Shannon, and Dralin's mom. "So, what fans got to say or what haters got to say, I don't really care." Alana also revealed what she loves the most about her nearly 2-year relationship. "I like how it's never quiet when we're around each other, we're always talking about something," she said. "It's never like an awkward moment, silence, or none of that. We're always just talking about something." However, Alana Thompson, star of Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, found herself dealing with her boyfriend's recent arrest after an alleged DUI. The TLC star has been staying out of the limelight since the family's reality show ended a few years ago. Alana always seemed to have a good head on her shoulders, but now there's some worry about who she has chosen to date. News broke via Monroe County reporter that Here Comes Honey Boo Boo Alana Thompson's boyfriend, Dralin Carswell, had been arrested for a suspected DUI. On February 28, the 21-year-old was arrested and in jail for 2 days. He was released on a $25,000 bond, and he was charged with 1 count of allegedly attempting to elude a police officer, 1 count of DUI, 1 count of following too closely, 1 count of failure to maintain the lane, and 1 count of speeding in excess of maximum speed limits. Monroe County Lieutenant John Thompson shared that Alana, who is 17, was also in the car but was not charged and is only a witness to the crimes. The police ran a tag on the Dodge Charger, which Dralin owned, while it was being filling up with gas at a Shell station with the Honey Boo Boo star. Lieutenant Thompson revealed the tag showed that the driver had a warrant for his arrest, but the car took off before an arrest could be made. The police gave chase and used a pit maneuver to disable the vehicle in the end. Alana and Dralin started dating in 2021 as they became Instagram official in September. There's an age difference of 4 years between the Here Comes Honey Boo Boo star and her boyfriend. However, in the state of Georgia, the age of consent is 16, so neither Dralin nor Alana is breaking any laws. Alana has often defended her romance with Dralin and even shared on social media that they had their family's blessings. Unfortunately, this is not the first time the Here Comes Honey Boo Boo star has had to defend Dralin's actions. He has been in trouble with the law before. In May 2019, he was arrested for alleged statutory rape when, at 18, he climbed through a girlfriend's window, who was only 15, and had sex. Dralin was also charged with allegedly submitting a false statement to police, but it was adjudicated in 2021. Alana has not yet commented on her boyfriend's arrest, but she will likely defend him this time too. Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson's boyfriend was arrested for DUI and fleeing police in Georgia on Tuesday, Page 6 can confirm. Deputies detained Dralin Carswell after a 3-mile chase while the former Here Comes Honey Boo Boo star was in the passenger seat of his Dodge Charger, according to the Monroe County Reporter. Corporal Jaleel Brown initially ran the tag on Carswell's vehicle in front of a Shell gas station and found that the owner had outstanding warrants. But when Brown tried to make a traffic stop, Carswell allegedly sped off and led a police chase before the officer used a pit maneuver to disable the Charger. TMZ reported that authorities found marijuana and took Carswell into custody. Thompson was not charged, but another passenger, Julian Malik Divon Williams, was also arrested for outstanding warrants. Police records seen by Page 6 show that Carswell was hit with 5 misdemeanors: fleeing or attempting to elude a police officer, driving under the influence of drugs, following a vehicle too closely, failure to maintain lane and speeding. He spent 2 days in jail on a bond of $25,000. Thompson and Carswell began dating sometime in 2021 but did not go Instagram official until the end of that September. The duo sparked engagement rumors when the reality star was photographed wearing a diamond ring last June. However, her rep shut down the speculation, telling Page 6 at the time that it was just a ring. However, Honey Boo Boo star Alana Thompson's boyfriend Dralin Carswell was arrested on Tuesday in Georgia. The 21-year-old was taken in for a suspected DUI, which is driving under the influence, as well as running from the police and having outstanding warrants. His 17-year-old girlfriend Alana was in the car with him when he was chased by the police, it was claimed by TMZ on Thursday. The daughter of Mama June Shannon was not arrested and was later picked up at the police station by her older sister Lauren Pumpkin Efford, who serves as her guardian. Carswell, who was reportedly arrested in 2019, was handcuffed when he was taken into Monroe County after leading cops on a 3-mile chase, the site claimed. It was also claimed that Dralin had marijuana on him at the time of the arrest. Monroe County Reporter first broke the story. Dralin and Alana were with his friend Julian Malik Divon Williams, who was also arrested for outstanding warrants. Alana and Dralin have been dating for over a year. The problem on Tuesday began when police looked into the tags on Dralin's vehicle, a Dodge Charger. Police found out that Dralin was the owner of the car and that he had outstanding warrants in Wilkinson County. Monroe County Lieutenant John Thompson told the site that one of his officers tried to pull over Dralin in a traffic stop to look into the situation with the warrants. But Dralin would not pull over, which led to a police chase. The chase lasted for about 3 miles before the police did a pit maneuver, where the cop car taps the front of the vehicle, making it spin out, the site added. Dralin was then reportedly arrested for DUI, running from the police, and his outstanding warrants. Dralin was arrested on May 29, 2019 and originally charged with statutory rape, according to police and court documents obtained by The Sun. The alleged victim was not Alana, and the incident appears to have occurred before they began their relationship, the publication noted. The alleged victim was brought into the police department by her mother, who claimed Dralin, then age 18, climbed into her daughter's window and had sex with the minor, then age 15, according to The Sun, citing the police report. The officer wrote in the report that they interviewed the minor. "I asked the daughter if it was consensual, and she stated yes." The minor also informed the officer that her plan with Carswell was for him to come to the house, and while there they had consensual unprotected sex in her bedroom, The Sun reported. Police were then allegedly told by Dralin that the minor was his girlfriend and they had talked about him coming to her house, but he did not actually go to the house, according to the site. Dralin claimed to police that he had been at his friend's house all day and night. But, when the friends Dralin claimed he was with were interviewed by police, 2 of them informed investigators they dropped Dralin off at the 15-year-old's home and picked him up over an hour later, reports The Sun. The friends then allegedly informed police that when they picked him back up, Dralin was scared and told them to drive fast as the minor's mama had caught him inside the house. Initially, Dralin was charged with statutory rape but ultimately completed a pretrial diversion program that resulted in the dismissal of a claim for making a false statement to law enforcement, according to The Sun. Dralin agreed to complete the terms of the program in exchange for a dismissal during a pretrial diversion hearing in June 2021, according to The Sun. During the hearing, the assistant district attorney said Dralin was charged with statutory rape, misdemeanor grade, but based on the evidence we didn't feel like we could prove the statutory rape but could prove making a false statement, according to The Sun. The assistant district attorney also said, "This is the first time Mr. Carswell has been in trouble. He is here today before the court representing himself." So the recommendation was a pretrial diversion in that situation. "I've spoken to the mother of the 15-year-old and she's in agreement with the recommendation, which is Mr. Carswell successfully complete this pretrial status and then his case will be dismissed. The conditions are $100 administrative cost. He's to consume no alcohol, controlled substances or intoxicants not prescribed by a physician. He's to complete a certified addiction evaluation and complete any recommendations. Submit to drug and alcohol screens at his expense. Perform 20 hours of community service. He's to have no contact with the minor, and he's to attend and complete the moral recognition class program through JAG probation." Dralin fulfilled all the requirements and his case was dismissed on December 13, 2021, The Sun reported. At the time, DailyMail.com reached out to a representative of the family for comment. Alana and Dralin have been dating for over a year and her family has approved of him despite their age difference. While many have expressed outrage of the pair's 4-year age gap, Alana and Dralin live in Georgia where the age of consent is 16. In September 2021, The Sun claimed that she was attached at the hip with Carswell. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, Carswell attended a Nashville technical school but now lives in Georgia near Alana and her sister Lauren Pumpkin Shannon, 22, the site reported. While he was quiet at first around her loved ones, a source told the outlet that Carswell is like one of the family now and is as fun and crazy as the rest of them. Dralin and Alana hang out together all the time, the insider added of the duo, who went Facebook official in March 2021. As Alana saves up for her first car, her car fanatic beau has generously let her drive his Chevrolet Camaro, which he considers his baby. In Georgia, 16 is the youngest age a person can give his or her lawful consent to sexual activities. Meanwhile, Mama June Shannon married Justin Stroud for a second time in late February. The Mama June, Road to Redemption star, 43, said "I do" to Stroud at Spring Hill Suites in Panama City, Florida, WeTV said in a press release. Shannon's daughters, Alana and Pumpkin, as well as Jessica Chubbs Shannon and Anna Chickadee Cardwell, as well as June's grandchildren Stella, Silas and Bentley Efford, were all there. This was the first time the family had all been together since 2014, said Shannon. So it was really special to get married in a place where my family and I have had so many memories. Alana first came to fame at age 6 on Toddlers and Tiaras in 2012 and stayed with the show for a year. Then she was on Here Comes Honey Boo Boo from 2012 to 2014. Next came Mama June, From Not to Hot, which aired from 2017 until 2020. Alana has also appeared on The Masked Singer in 2021. However, Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson's boyfriend Dralin Carswell was reportedly arrested and accused of statutory rape in 2019, before beginning his relationship with the reality star. Dralin was arrested on May 29, 2019 and originally charged with statutory rape, according to police and court documents obtained by The Sun. The alleged victim was brought into the police department by her mother, who claimed Dralin, then age 18, climbed into her daughter's window and had sex with the minor, then age 15, according to The Sun, citing the police report. The officer wrote in the report that they interviewed the minor. "I asked the daughter if it was consensual, and she stated yes." The minor also informed the officer that her plan with Carswell was for him to come to the house, and while there they had consensual unprotected sex in her bedroom, The Sun reports. Police were then allegedly told by Dralin that the minor was his girlfriend and they had talked about him coming to her house, but he did not actually go to the house, according to the site. Dralin claimed to police that he had been at his friend's house all day and night. But, when the friends Dralin claimed he was with were interviewed by police, two of them informed investigators they dropped Dralin off at the 15-year-old's home and picked him up over an hour later, reports The Sun. The friends then allegedly informed police that when they picked him back up, Dralin was scared and told them to drive fast as the minor's mama had caught him inside the house. Initially, Dralin was charged with statutory rape but ultimately completed a pretrial diversion program that resulted in the dismissal of a claim for making a false statement to law enforcement, according to The Sun. During the hearing, the assistant district attorney said Dralin was charged with statutory rape, misdemeanor grade, but based on the evidence we didn't feel like we could prove the statutory rape but could prove making a false statement, according to The Sun. The assistant district attorney also said, "This is the first time Mr. Carswell has been in trouble. He is here today before the court representing himself." So the recommendation was a pretrial diversion in that situation. "I've spoken to the mother of the 15-year-old and she's in agreement with the recommendation, which is Mr. Carswell successfully complete this pretrial status and then his case will be dismissed. The conditions are $100 administrative cost. He's to consume no alcohol, controlled substances or intoxicants not prescribed by a physician. He's to complete a certified addiction evaluation and complete any recommendations. Submit to drug and alcohol screens at his expense. Perform 20 hours of community service. He's to have no contact with the minor, and he's to attend and complete the moral recognition class program through JAG probation." Dralin fulfilled all the requirements and his case was dismissed on December 13, 2021, The Sun reports. DailyMail.com has reached out to a representative of the family for comment.